Right. So the question 600 divided by 0.2. One of the ways that you can do this one is changing the decimal into fraction. So now it's a calculation not with decimal but division of fractions, which you can apply, keep, and then change divide to multiplication, and then flip the fraction, where you can simplify by cancelling out common factor and then simplify. Next one, asking for your decimal between the two numbers. What you usually do is you add the two numbers and then divide it by 2. But in this case, both numbers are in different format. So either you change both numbers into fraction, both numbers into decimal, both numbers into percentage. Either way works. In this case, I would like to show if I change both numbers into percentage, that means I've changed this fraction into percentage. That gives me 60%. That means I add 60% and 68% and divided by 2. That gives me 128% divided by 2, which in turn gives me 64%, and changing 64% into decimal would be 0.64. Next one is on statistic. The first one is asking the range. The questions are in the question already stated that the results are in order. That means the numbers are arranged from the smallest to the biggest. So when you want to find the range, you're actually finding the difference between the largest number and the smallest number. So the largest number is 7. The smallest number is -6. Now, common mistake would be student forgot to write down the negative. So be careful with that. And that will give you 13. Next one is on the median. So median, given here, the median is 1. So median is already given. Question is asking to find the value of t. So what we're going to do, we're going to find which value do we take the median of. So left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, until we reach the two middle number here. That means the addition, you add the two numbers and divided by 2, you will get the median, which is given as 1. So we get here is an equation we can solve. So multiply both sides by 2, you get 2, and then add 1 both sides and you get 3. So the value t is equals to 3. Ooh. Let me erase that one first. Next question is on ratio. So the first one is for Anna, the second one is Ria, as stated here. So we label it respectively. And then also being stated here, Ria receives $8 more than, so plus Anna. And then the question asking, work out the total amount of money. In this case, what we can do, we can rewrite the ratio in terms of fraction. So Anna over Ria, and then equate it with the amount that they receive. So Anna would receive some amount, so we just put it as A, and then Ria, we write it as 8 more than Anna. What we get here is an equation, multiply both sides with 9 and 8 plus A. You get 5 times 8 plus A is equals to 9A. Expand it, 8 times 5, subtract 5A both sides, divide both sides by 4, and you get your A is equals to 10. But since the question is asking for total amount, so Anna is 10, Ria is 8 plus 10 equals to 18. That means the total is 28. Now the most common mistake student made on this one is this part, not writing the bracket. So the mistake would be multiplying 5 by 8 instead of multiplying 5 by 8 and 5 by 8 as well. So using the bracket, that really helps you to define which one that you need to multiply it with. Let me erase this one as well. Okay. So this next one here, the question is asking to describe fully the transformation that maps triangle P onto triangle Q. So what we have would be P onto Q, so definitely not enlargement, definitely not translation, not enlargement because the size is the same, not translation because the orientation changes, not reflection because if you fold it, it won't fit to each other. So that means the only possible transformation would be it's a rotation, and it's moving to just one quadrant. That means it's a 90 degrees that direction, which is a clockwise direction. And if you use a tracing paper, you would find that the center is 0 0. That is how you get the full 3 marks. Next question says shape B is an enlargement of shape A. The center of enlargement is 5 5, so let me just label that 5 5 there. And then the area of the shape B is 27. Because it says here shape B is an enlargement of shape A, that means shape B will also look like shape A but a bigger size. So I'll just sketch here. And if I divide this shape B similarly like shape A, okay, for shape A, if you consider the area, that's 1 unit square. For this one, the whole thing is 27 centimeters square. That means if I divide it by 3, each of it is 9 centimeters square. So each one is 90 centimeters square. And because it's a square, that means the sides are 3 by 3 to get that 9. That means one side is 3. So if you look at it, A is one side is 1 1. That means it's scale factor. From there we can figure out that the scale factor is 3. So with that scale factor, I'm going to use a ruler for this one. That means it's enlarged 3 times. Let me just erase that one. So I'm going to pick one point here. So the distance from there, so the distance would be, okay, so that's 1 distance, 2 distance, 3 distance. That means the corresponding point for this point is here. Okay, now from there I can continue because the scale factor is 3. That means for 2 units here, I will have to draw 6 units because 2 times 3 is 6. And then 1 unit here, that means that's size 3, followed by 1 unit, that's 3. So use a ruler for this one, okay? That's 3, and then that's 3, and then complete it. Let's just double check. That unit is 2 units, so that means 2 times 3 is 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we're about right about the size. We will just double check the position of this one. If this is correct, our enlargement is correct, your center, object, and image should be on the straight line. So center, object, image, okay, that's that straight line. Just then I'll just choose another point just to confirm. So center, object, image, all 3 points are on the straight line. That means definitely we're doing the right thing, and this is your shape B. Next one is the LCM. Okay, so 36 is 2, so I'll expand the product. N is 2 times 2 times 3 times k, and 180 is the lowest common multiple for these three numbers. So 180, that's 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Am I missing out? Yes, I'm missing out 1 3. 3 times 5. So what could be possible? So we have the ones here. I'm sorry, the 2's there. We have the 2's there. We have the 3's there. We have the 3 here. That means the only possible value for k is 5. So your k is 5. Okay. Last one here, solving simultaneous equation. Some of you prefer substitution, some of you prefer elimination, but in this case I will just use elimination. What's important with elimination is one of the variable need to have the same coefficient. So what I'm going to do, so I will just concentrate on the first term here, multiply with factor 3, and this one with factor 5. What happens is 5x becomes 15x, 4y becomes 12y, and 14 times 3 becomes 42. And the next equation, 3x becomes 15x, minus 2y becomes minus 10y, and 15 times 5 becomes 75. So in order for us to remove 15x and 15x is when you subtract it, because 15x minus 15 is equal to 0. So that means we'll do the same thing with the remaining terms. 15x equal to 0. 12 minus 10, that means 12 plus 10, which gives 22y, and 42 minus 75, that would give me negative 33. Divide both sides by 22. It's 2, that's 3, so y is equals to minus 3 over 2. Substitute y equals to minus 3 over 2 into one of the equation. So I get 3x minus, so 2y. So y, I'm going to replace it, minus 3 over 2 is equals to 15. Hold on, there's a mistake there. Oops. I'm going to 3x minus 2 minus 3. Okay, that one simplifies out, so 3x minus and minus, remember. Okay, that becomes a positive 3 is equals to 15, minus 3 both sides, I get 12, divided by 3 both sides, and I get 4. So x equals to 4. Y is equal to minus 3 over 2, or minus 1.5. It's alright.